In a world where faith and culture intersect with power and influence, certain nations stand out as pillars of Catholic identity. As we enter 2025, it is essential to recognize the five most powerful Catholic nations, those that not only shape global politics and economics, but also uphold the moral and spiritual foundations of the Church. These nations are not merely defined by their Catholic population, but by their unwavering commitment to the gospel, their influence on world affairs, and their role in defending the faith amidst rising secularism. Join us as we explore the five Catholic nations leading the way in our modern age. Number 5. The Philippines stands as a monumental example of Catholicism's influence in Asia, the largest Catholic nation on the continent and one of the most fervent strongholds of the faith in the world today. Catholicism was first introduced to the Philippines by Spanish missionaries in the 16th century during the colonial era. This period of Spanish rule not only shaped the country's political and cultural landscape, but also laid the foundation for the deeply ingrained Catholic identity that still defines the Philippines today. From the nation's rich religious traditions to its vibrant Catholic festivals, the faith is woven into the very fabric of Filipino life, making it a prime example of how Catholicism can shape a society across centuries. Economically, the Philippines is a rising power with a GDP of $500 billion USD, a testament to the nation's resilience and potential. While not as large as some Western economies, its economy continues to grow, driven by a young and vibrant workforce, a robust services sector, and an expanding manufacturing industry. As the economic landscape evolves, so too does the Church's role in shaping the nation's ethical and social standards, providing guidance not just in spiritual matters, but also in economic decisions and policies. The cultural impact of Catholicism in the Philippines is perhaps most vividly seen in the country's religious festivals and public expressions of faith. The Feast of the Black Nazarene, a major event in Manila, attracts millions of devotees every year. This extraordinary gathering is a clear reflection of the Filipino people's deep devotion and unshakable faith. Pilgrims crowd the streets, waving towels and singing hymns, all in a profound act of reverence for the Black Nazarene, a statue believed to hold miraculous powers. It is one of the largest religious processions in the world, underscoring the Philippines' role as a spiritual heartland of Asia. The influence of Catholicism can also be seen in the Philippines' many historical churches, like the San Agustin Church in Manila. This UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the oldest stone churches in the country, represents not only a place of worship, but also a living testament to the history and perseverance of Catholicism in the Philippines. These churches, along with numerous others across the archipelago, serve as spiritual havens and are a constant reminder of the deep Catholic roots that stretch back over 400 years. Another cherished tradition that continues to thrive in the Philippines is the Simbang Gabi, a 9-day pre-Christmas novena of masses that culminates in the Christmas Eve celebration. This event is not just a religious observance, but a cultural phenomenon, a time for family gatherings, reflection, and preparation for the birth of Christ. It is a beautiful example of how the faith has permeated the daily life of the Filipino people, making religion a source of both personal and communal strength. The Catholic Church in the Philippines has also made significant contributions to education and social work. Catholic schools, from primary levels to universities, are highly regarded for their commitment to academic excellence and character formation. The Church's commitment to education is not just about imparting knowledge, but about nurturing a moral foundation grounded in Christian values. Additionally, the Church is deeply involved in social work, providing relief to the poor, supporting orphanages, and offering healthcare services to underserved communities. This commitment is especially evident in times of national disaster, where the Church has been at the forefront of humanitarian efforts. Politically, the Catholic Church holds considerable influence in the Philippines. While the nation is a democracy with a separation of church and state, the Church's moral authority still carries weight in addressing social issues. The Philippine Catholic Church has been a strong voice in advocating for justice, anti-corruption measures, and the protection of indigenous peoples. During the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte, The Church was outspoken in its opposition to policies that it believed violated human dignity, such as the controversial anti-drug campaign. The Church's stance on these issues demonstrates its active role in ensuring that the nation's laws align with Catholic moral teachings. One of the most significant religious events in recent Filipino history was the visit of Pope Francis to the Philippines in 2015. The Pope's visit was a powerful affirmation of the Philippines' central role in the global Catholic Church. His visit was marked by masses, prayers, and interactions with the Filipino people, particularly those who had suffered due to natural disasters. Pope Francis's presence was a reminder of the universal nature of the Church and the importance of solidarity with the poor and marginalized. It also reaffirmed the Philippines' position as a leading Catholic nation in the world today. Finally, the Philippines remains a powerful center for global Catholic missionary work. Filipino priests, nuns, and laypeople are found in countries across the world, spreading the gospel and engaging in charitable activities. The Philippines is also home to some of the most dynamic Catholic movements, including those focused on social justice, advocacy for the poor, and the promotion of religious vocations. These movements continue to inspire and empower individuals to live out their faith in tangible ways, embodying the missionary spirit of the Catholic Church. In conclusion, the Philippines is a shining example of Catholicism's enduring power and influence in the modern world. Its history, culture, economy, and politics are all deeply intertwined with the faith, making it a beacon of hope and a model for other nations. As we look to the future, the Philippines' role in shaping the global Catholic community will only continue to grow, further establishing it as a central force in the world's Catholic identity. Number 4. Poland, with a population where approximately 87% adhere to the Catholic faith, stands as one of the most profoundly Catholic nations in Europe. Its roots in Catholicism trace back to 966, when the country officially embraced Christianity, marking the beginning of a deep spiritual heritage that would intertwine with its history, identity, and future. The role of the Catholic Church in Poland is not merely religious, but has been instrumental in shaping the nation's political, cultural, and social trajectory. Throughout centuries, the Church has been a beacon of strength, offering hope in times of division, occupation, and oppression. The Catholic faith in Poland is intrinsically tied to the struggle for freedom and independence, particularly during the dark years of communist rule. In 1980, the Solidarity movement, led by the labor union of the same name, became a pivotal force in the downfall of Soviet influence in Eastern Europe. It was no coincidence that the Solidarity movement found its spiritual backbone in the Catholic Church. The Church had long been an institution of resistance, and its influence was critical in uniting the Polish people against the oppressive forces of communism. The election of Cardinal Karol Wojtyła as Pope John Paul II in 1978 was a defining moment for Poland, as the Polish people saw in him not only a spiritual leader, but also a champion of freedom. His papacy would go on to inspire millions across the world, but for the people of Poland, his presence was a profound sign of divine intervention in their struggle for liberty. Catholicism in Poland is not just a historical artifact, it is alive and active in the present day. The country's economy, with a GDP of $700 billion, reflects its modern success, yet it remains deeply rooted in its religious and cultural traditions. This fusion of faith and progress is evident in the nation's public life, where Catholic values continue to shape both policy and social norms. The country's strong economic standing is mirrored by its unwavering commitment to the spiritual and moral teachings of the Church, which continues to play a vital role in the national consciousness. One of the most important expressions of Poland's Catholic faith is the tradition of pilgrimage, particularly to the Jasna Góra monastery in Częstochowa. This shrine, dedicated to the Black Madonna of Częstochowa, has been a central place of devotion for centuries. Pilgrims from all over Poland and beyond make their way to Jasna Gora as an act of faith and solidarity. This pilgrimage is more than just a religious journey. It is a manifestation of Poland's enduring commitment to its Catholic heritage and a symbol of hope and resilience, especially during times of national hardship. In addition to pilgrimages, Poland's Catholic identity is celebrated through its vibrant religious festivals such as All Saints' Day and Corpus Christi. All Saints' Day, a solemn occasion to honor the saints and martyrs of the Church, is observed with reverence and devotion. The streets of Poland are filled with people visiting cemeteries, lighting candles, and offering prayers for the deceased, reflecting the deep connection between the living and the dead in the Polish Catholic tradition. Similarly, the Feast of Corpus Christi is marked with colorful processions through the streets, where the faithful come together to honor the body of Christ. These public displays of faith are a reminder of the central place Catholicism holds in the hearts of the Polish people. The influence of the Catholic Church in Poland extends beyond religious observance into the realms of education, politics, and law. Catholic schools, universities, and institutions of higher learning continue to provide the foundation for much of Poland's intellectual life. The Church has been instrumental in maintaining the moral compass of the nation, offering guidance on issues such as the sanctity of life, family values, and the protection of human dignity. Politically, the Church has played a pivotal role in shaping national discourse, especially during times of crisis. Its voice remains a powerful force in debates on morality, ethics, and public policy, with the Catholic faith providing a clear framework for understanding justice and human rights. One cannot discuss Poland's Catholic identity without mentioning the immense influence of Pope John Paul II. His papacy, which lasted from 1978 to 2005, had a profound impact on the Church and the world. For Poland, his election was not just a source of national pride, but a divine affirmation of their faith. John Paul II was a tireless advocate for human rights, religious freedom, and social justice, and his legacy continues to shape the spiritual life of Poland. His role in the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe cannot be overstated, as his words and actions inspired millions to stand up against tyranny. The bond between the Polish people and their Pope is a unique and cherished aspect of their national identity. Poland's Catholic culture is also evident in its contributions to the arts. From literature to painting to music, Catholicism has provided the inspiration for some of the country's most notable cultural achievements. Writers such as Czesław Miłosz and Wisława Szymborska, both Nobel laureates, explored themes of faith, morality, and human existence in their works. Polish composers like Frédéric Chopin and Krzysztof Penderecki have created timeless pieces that reflect the deep spiritual and cultural currents of Catholic Poland. Art in Poland is not simply an expression of creativity, it is a reflection of the profound relationship between the artist and their faith. Finally, the Catholic Church in Poland has had a significant influence on the legal and moral framework of the nation. Polish law is heavily influenced by Catholic moral teachings, especially in areas concerning the sanctity of life, marriage, and the family. The Church's teachings on human dignity and the natural law continue to guide the nation's approach to issues such as abortion, euthanasia, and marriage. In this way, Catholicism in Poland is not just a religious or cultural identity, but a living force that continues to shape the moral and legal structure of the country. In conclusion, Poland's Catholic identity is a powerful testament to the enduring strength of the faith. From its historical roots in the 10th century to its role in the fight for freedom during the communist era, Catholicism has been a guiding force in the life of the nation. With its rich traditions, vibrant religious festivals, and deep cultural heritage, Poland remains a shining example of a nation where Catholicism is not only a part of its past, but a living, breathing force that continues to shape its future. Number 3. Brazil, the largest Catholic country in the world with over 125 million Catholics, is a vibrant testament to the power and presence of the Church in shaping both individual lives and national identity. The country's Catholic roots run deep, tracing back to the arrival of Portuguese missionaries in the 16th century. Over the centuries, Catholicism has intertwined with Brazilian culture, infusing the nation with a sense of shared faith and communal life. Today, Brazil remains not only a global powerhouse of faith, but also a beacon of Catholic resilience, devotion, and social engagement. At the heart of Brazil's Catholic identity stands the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue, a powerful symbol of the nation's faith. Standing tall atop the Corcovado mountain in Rio de Janeiro, this monument has become one of the most recognizable symbols of Christianity worldwide. It serves as a visual representation of the country's Catholic heritage and commitment to Christ, stretching its arms over the city as a sign of God's love and protection. But the symbolism of Christ the Redeemer goes beyond its physical presence. It embodies the spirit of Brazil, where the Catholic faith offers not only solace, but also a call to action for justice and transformation. Brazil's Catholic culture is rich with traditions and festivals, many of which are deeply embedded in the social fabric of the nation. One of the most notable of these celebrations is Carnival, a festival of music, dance, and revelry that attracts millions of people from around the world. While Carnival has evolved into a global spectacle, its roots in Catholicism remain evident, particularly in the religious observances that precede the festivities, such as the solemnity of Ash Wednesday. Carnival, in many ways, reflects Brazil's complex relationship with Catholicism, celebrating life and joy while acknowledging the sacred rhythms of the church calendar. In addition to Carnival, Brazil's religious calendar is marked by other significant Catholic events, including Corpus Christi, the Feast of the Body and Blood of Christ. This festival is celebrated with vibrant processions and public displays of faith, showcasing the Catholic devotion that permeates every corner of the nation. In Brazil, religion is not something confined to church walls, but something that spills into the streets, the homes, and the hearts of the people. Yet, Catholicism in Brazil is not simply about tradition and celebration, it is about a commitment to social justice. The Church in Brazil has played a crucial role in addressing the needs of the poor and marginalized, especially through the lens of liberation theology. This movement, which gained prominence in the 1960s, emphasizes the Church's duty to fight for the oppressed and the downtrodden, calling on Catholics to live out the gospel through acts of social justice. The Church has long been a champion for the poor, offering both spiritual and material support to the impoverished communities in Brazil's favelas and rural areas. Catholic organizations and religious orders are deeply involved in initiatives aimed at improving education, healthcare, and living conditions for the most vulnerable members of society. The Catholic commitment to social justice is also seen in its efforts to protect the environment, particularly the Amazon rainforest, which is not only a vital natural resource for the world, but also a sacred place for many indigenous communities. The Church has become an outspoken advocate for the preservation of the Amazon, with many Brazilian bishops, including the influential Cardinal Claudio Hermes, working closely with indigenous groups to safeguard their land and way of life. The Catholic Church in Brazil understands the intrinsic link between the preservation of God's creation and the dignity of human beings, making environmental activism a key component of its mission. Economically, Brazil is a major player on the global stage, with a GDP of $3 trillion, making it one of the largest economies in the world. Despite its economic prowess, Brazil faces significant challenges, particularly in addressing poverty and inequality. The Catholic Church's role in advocating for the poor is especially important in this context, as it seeks to bring about a more just society where the fruits of economic progress are shared by all. The Church's involvement in Brazil's political life advocating for policies that protect the most vulnerable, has made it a powerful force in shaping the nation's future. The Catholic Church in Brazil also has a profound influence on education and missionary work. Catholic schools, universities, and seminaries play a vital role in shaping the intellectual and spiritual life of the nation. The Church's educational institutions have contributed to the formation of generations of leaders, teachers, and missionaries who carry the light of the gospel not only in Brazil but throughout the world. Brazil, with its thriving missionary movements, has become a key exporter of Catholic spirituality, with Brazilian priests, nuns, and laypeople serving in countries across Latin America, Africa, and beyond. A unique aspect of Catholicism in Brazil is the way in which it has absorbed and integrated elements of indigenous and African cultures, creating a distinctive and dynamic form of Catholic practice. This syncretism is particularly evident in the celebrations of saints and the rich folk traditions that characterize Brazilian Catholicism. The blending of African, indigenous, and European religious practices has given rise to a vibrant religious culture that is deeply rooted in the daily lives of Brazilians. This cultural fusion is not only a testament to the resilience of the Catholic faith, but also to its ability to adapt and thrive in diverse contexts. Brazil's Catholicism is also marked by its global impact. As the largest Catholic country in the world, Brazil plays a central role in the global church, shaping discussions on theology, social justice, and mission. The Brazilian Church's emphasis on a preferential option for the poor has influenced Catholic social teaching worldwide, inspiring other nations to reflect on how the gospel calls us to care for the most marginalized. The global missionary efforts of Brazil's Catholic population further highlight the nation's role as a light to the world, carrying the message of Christ to the farthest corners of the globe. In conclusion, Brazil is a nation where Catholicism is not merely a part of history, but an active force shaping the present and future of its people. From its vast religious celebrations to its commitment to social justice, environmental protection, and global mission, Brazil stands as a powerful witness to the living presence of the Church in the world today. As Brazil continues to navigate its complex social, economic, and political realities, the Catholic faith remains a central pillar in the nation's identity, offering hope, guidance, and a call to action for a better world. Number 2, Italy, often referred to as the heart of Catholicism, is a nation whose very identity has been shaped by the Catholic faith. It is home to the Vatican, the smallest independent state in the world, and the spiritual headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church. The presence of the Pope, the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics worldwide, lends Italy a unique and profound influence on the global Catholic community. This deep connection between Italy and the Church is not merely a matter of geography. It is woven into the very fabric of the nation's history, culture, and political life. The relationship between Italy and Catholicism is one of profound reciprocity, where the Church has shaped the nation's past and continues to guide its future. The Vatican, situated within the heart of Rome, is more than just a religious institution. It is the epicenter of Catholicism, where the Pope exercises his papal authority and makes decisions that affect the global Church. It is a symbol of the Church's timeless authority and a place where the faithful gather for spiritual guidance, as well as where important doctrinal matters are addressed. The Vatican also serves as a global diplomatic center, where the Pope engages with world leaders striving to promote peace, justice, and the values of the gospel in the face of an increasingly secular world. The spiritual and political weight of the Vatican extends far beyond its physical boundaries, influencing not only Italy, but the entire world. In addition to its political significance, Italy has long been a cultural and artistic hub, with Catholicism playing an essential role in shaping its artistic heritage. The nation boasts some of the most renowned architectural masterpieces in the world, such as St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City and the Duomo of Florence. St. Peter's Basilica, with its awe-inspiring design by Michelangelo and its role as the burial place of St. Peter, stands as a testament to the glory of God and the enduring legacy of Catholicism. The Duomo, designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, is a symbol of the Renaissance, a period where Catholicism and the pursuit of beauty and truth were intricately intertwined. These architectural wonders are not just buildings, they are expressions of faith, symbols of the Church's mission to glorify God and to offer humanity a glimpse of the divine. The artistic contributions of Italy are not limited to architecture. Throughout history, Italy has produced some of the most influential Catholic saints and thinkers. St. Francis of Assisi, the founder of the Franciscan order, is one of the most beloved saints in Catholic tradition. His devotion to poverty, humility, and love for all of creation has left an indelible mark on the Church and the world. St. Catherine of Siena, another Italian saint, played a pivotal role in the Church's history, particularly during the Avignon papacy, advocating for the return of the Pope to Rome and the unity of the Church. These saints, along with countless others, embody the heart of Catholic spirituality and the call to live out the gospel in all aspects of life. Italy's economic strength is also significant, with a GDP of $2 trillion, making it one of the largest economies in the world. Despite facing challenges such as political instability and high unemployment rates, Italy remains a key player in the global economy, with industries ranging from fashion and automotive manufacturing to agriculture and tourism. The Catholic Church has played a crucial role in Italy's economic life, not only by providing ethical guidance, but also through its vast network of social institutions, including hospitals, charities, and educational institutions. The Church's influence in the marketplace is often seen through its emphasis on ethical business practices, social responsibility, and the protection of human dignity. One of Italy's greatest contributions to the Catholic intellectual tradition is its network of Catholic universities and institutions of higher learning. The Pontifical Gregorian University, founded in 1551, stands as one of the most prestigious universities in the world, offering courses in theology, philosophy, and the social sciences, and serving as a hub for Catholic intellectual thought. The university's mission is to provide a rigorous education that is deeply rooted in Catholic doctrine, training future leaders of the Church and society. The educational contributions of Italy extend beyond theology, as Italian universities have shaped the minds of generations of students, imparting the values of faith, reason, and the common good. The Catholic Church in Italy is also a key player in the realm of media. Vatican Radio, the official radio station of the Vatican, broadcasts in multiple languages and serves as a means for the Pope and the Vatican to communicate with the world. Vatican Radio has played an instrumental role in spreading the message of the gospel, promoting the Church's teachings, and fostering dialogue on important global issues. The influence of the Church in the media is not limited to Vatican Radio. Italian Catholic television networks and print media outlets continue to provide programming that reflects the values and teachings of the Church, offering a counterbalance to the secular narratives that often dominate the media landscape. Italy's Catholic heritage is evident not only in its magnificent cathedrals and universities, but also in the lives of its people. The Church's role in everyday life is seen in the vibrant celebrations of Catholic feasts and traditions which permeate the cultural calendar. From the solemn observance of All Saints' Day to the joyous celebrations of Christmas and Easter, these religious festivals provide an opportunity for the faithful to come together and celebrate their shared faith. Catholicism is not just something practiced on Sundays in Italy. It is a part of the very rhythm of daily life, informing the moral and ethical choices of the nation's citizens. The Church in Italy is also deeply involved in charity and social justice, with numerous Catholic organizations working to alleviate poverty, provide health care, and support those in need. The Church's role in advocating for the poor and marginalized is rooted in its teachings on human dignity, solidarity, and the preferential option for the poor. Through organizations like Caritas, Italy's Catholic community plays a pivotal role in addressing the social issues that affect the nation and the world. In conclusion, Italy is a nation where Catholicism is not only a historical and cultural force, but a living and active presence that shapes the nation's identity and direction. From the majestic beauty of St. Peter's Basilica to the intellectual contributions of its Catholic universities, Italy stands as a beacon of faith, art, and social justice. The Catholic Church in Italy continues to play a vital role in guiding the nation's political, cultural, and social life, and its influence will continue to resonate for generations to come. Number 1. The United States, a nation often described as a land of opportunity and diversity, stands as a beacon of Catholic influence in the modern world. With over 70 million Catholics, the US is home to one of the largest and most vibrant Catholic populations outside of traditionally Catholic countries. The story of Catholicism in America is one of growth, resilience, and adaptation. From the early days of European immigration to the present, Catholicism has been woven into the fabric of American society, with each wave of immigrants bringing with them not only their hopes and dreams, but also their faith. Catholicism in America owes much of its growth to waves of immigration from countries like Ireland, Italy, Poland, and Mexico. As these immigrants settled in the US, they brought their Catholic faith with them, establishing vibrant communities, churches, and schools that would eventually become cornerstones of American life. Over time, the Church not only provided spiritual support but also played a key role in shaping the moral and social landscape of the country. The formation of organizations such as the Knights of Columbus, one of the largest Catholic lay organizations in the world, exemplifies the active role the Church has taken in promoting faith, charity, and fraternity, while also advocating for the rights and dignity of workers and the poor. Economically, the United States stands as a global superpower with a GDP of over $26 trillion, making it the largest economy in the world. The Catholic Church in America has contributed to this economic might in ways that may not always be immediately apparent, but are no less significant. The Church's extensive network of charitable organizations, hospitals, and schools has made an indelible mark on American society. In particular, the US boasts the largest Catholic charitable network in the world, providing healthcare, food, shelter, and education to millions. Catholic hospitals, universities, and social service organizations have been foundational in shaping the nation's healthcare and education systems, offering care and opportunities to all people regardless of their background. Beyond economics, the United States has also witnessed the significant impact of Catholicism on its social and political life. Catholic Americans have been at the forefront of major social movements, notably the March for Life, an annual event that gathers hundreds of thousands of people to advocate for the sanctity of life and the protection of the unborn. This movement is a powerful testament to the enduring strength of Catholic moral teaching, particularly in an age where secular ideologies often seek to redefine the sanctity of life. The Church's influence extends to other social issues as well, as it consistently speaks out on matters such as immigration, poverty, racial justice, and the dignity of the human person. The US bishops, through their collective voice, advocate for policies that uphold human dignity, promote peace, and protect the most vulnerable in society. Education and healthcare in the United States are deeply influenced by the Catholic Church. Renowned Catholic universities, such as the University of Notre Dame and Georgetown University, stand as intellectual powerhouses, offering rigorous academic programs while remaining committed to the values of the Catholic faith. These institutions have trained generations of leaders, scholars, and activists who have gone on to impact the nation and the world in profound ways. Catholic universities are not merely places of higher learning, they are centers of moral reflection and intellectual inquiry, where faith and reason are brought together in the pursuit of truth. The Church's role in education extends to its vast network of Catholic schools, which provide quality education to millions of children across the country, often in underserved communities. In the realm of healthcare, the Catholic Church operates the largest network of private, non-profit healthcare providers in the world. Catholic hospitals in the United States have been at the forefront of healthcare, particularly in the areas of emergency care, maternal and child health, and care for the elderly. These institutions provide healthcare with a profound respect for the dignity of the human person, adhering to Catholic ethical principles in their treatment of patients. The Church's commitment to healthcare is not just about treating illness, but about promoting the holistic well-being of individuals, families, and communities. Catholicism's influence in the United States extends far beyond the realm of politics, education, and healthcare. It also reaches deeply into the cultural and artistic life of the nation. Iconic churches, such as St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York, are symbols of both the rich history of Catholicism in the US and the continuing importance of faith in public life. St. Patrick's Cathedral, with its towering spires and stunning architecture, stands as a testament to the enduring strength of the Church in a country that was once primarily Protestant. The Church's cultural impact is also seen in the arts, as Catholic filmmakers, writers, and artists have made significant contributions to American culture. Catholic media outlets, such as EWTN, have played a central role in bringing the message of the gospel to a wide audience, offering a counter-narrative to the often secularized mainstream media. EWTN, through its television programming, radio broadcasts, and online presence, provides a platform for Catholic voices to be heard on issues of faith, morality, and social justice. The United States as a nation has also been profoundly impacted by Catholic missionary work and global events. American Catholics play a key role in the global Catholic Church, participating in mission work, hosting international Catholic events, and contributing to the Church's global outreach. Events such as World Youth Day and the World Meeting of Families, which have been hosted in the US, demonstrate the country's central role in the life of the global Church. American Catholics continue to send missionaries and aid to countries around the world, sharing the gospel and providing essential services to those in need. In conclusion, the United States stands as a nation where Catholicism has profoundly shaped the social, political, cultural, and economic life of the country. From the historic contributions of Catholic immigrants to the active role of the Church in advocating for justice and mercy, Catholicism has left an indelible mark on the fabric of American life. The Church's influence is not just in the past, but continues to shape the nation today, offering a message of hope, love, and solidarity that transcends national borders and reaches the world. As the Church continues to engage with the challenges of the 21st century, it remains a powerful force for good in the United States and around the world. In conclusion, the 5 nations we've explored, Philippines, Poland, Brazil, Italy, and the United States, each play a unique and vital role in the global Catholic community. These countries, through their rich history, economic power, and profound Catholic influence, demonstrate the enduring strength of the Church in shaping the lives of millions. From the Philippines' fervent devotion to the Church's role in social justice in Brazil, to the cultural and intellectual influence in Italy and the US, and the spiritual backbone of Poland's resilience against oppression, these nations showcase Catholicism's global impact. As we reflect on these countries' contributions to the faith, we must ask, how can we, as individuals and communities, contribute to the growth of the Church and continue to live out our Catholic values in today's world? I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below as we continue to explore what it means to live a truly Catholic life. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the Catholic faith and its impact on the world, don't forget to subscribe to Compatibility World for more deep dives and meaningful discussions. Let's walk this journey together.